Good morning,
Okay.
good evening, and good afternoon. I am Dennis Wirth. This is Funny Like Clown podcast, episode, I believe, 180. What's today? January 27th, 2024. We got to use saying 24 instead of 23. As always, today's episode is brought to you by G Vegas Buffalo Sauce for the spicy, sweet, savory taste at game time. There's only one G Vegas. And I told you guys in the last episode, they knocked down my website, but I got a new website up. It's www.jokeinthebox.org. Go there. And it says buy tickets to comedy show, but you can buy some G Vegas Buffalo sauce too. You get what, $39.95. I think you get 4 big ones and 2 sample sizes. Get a ship right to your door. Go green, go fresh. And we're gonna get a new website up for that soon. In the meantime, I am here with actor entrepreneur Chris Walker. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hey, thanks for being here. And I guess I'll start off. We used to
Maui
work together.
Wowie.
What's that?
Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie. All right. We used to work together in a restaurant, and you told me that you'd done some acting in some of those cornstalk mazes where you jump out and scare people, and you enjoyed acting. So I knew you did some acting, and
Yeah, yeah.
I was putting together a independent film called "The World Needs a New Superhero" when I approached you about playing government man in it. And what were your thoughts when I approached you about it?
Well, I guess I was surprised for one thing,
What surprised you?
you know, huh?
What
That
surprised
you
you?
thought I had the chops, that you thought I could pull it off.
Well, everybody thinks you got to be an experienced actor, and I saw your passion that you wanted to do it so bad, and I'd rather deal with somebody who's passionate about it than someone who's, going to sit there and look down the nose like I'm this
I'm
big
gonna,
star, bow down to me or something.
I'm gonna tell you something. That wasn't my first. That wasn't my first acting offer.
Yeah, what was your
I
first
actually
one?
got. I got approached when I was in 5th grade to be. It was this. It was a Christmas play about it was so stupid now that I think about it. But I guess they wanted me to be the agent. Uh, Again, it's so stupid.
Did you do it or no?
I chickened out.
You chickened
I
out. All
chickened
right.
out.
That's a lot
And
of
then,
people in this business. They want to do it so bad, then it comes last minute, and they're like, I got to cancel. I got to cancel. It's like,
yeah, the guy that ended up doing it, for one thing, he was kind of a bully to me.
right.
So his name was Ralph, I think. And I just remember him doing the part. And it was like kicking myself in the ass for it now because this guy was just like he was going through the numbers, going through the motions.
Yeah.
The kind of thing is like, I'm just going to read off of the script and, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
no emotion into
You
the
know,
part, right?
no, none.
Right. So, what were your thoughts on playing government man? I mean, what attracted you to it? What didn't attract you to it? Or
The fact that I got to be the bad guy,
okay, that was a good
that
thing,
was
a bad thing?
I think it was a great thing.
Okay.
It's always great to do things like that.
Oh,
To
so you like the
be,
James Bond villains? They were popular. Everybody loved the James Bond
oh
villain.
yeah,
Good villain, heck yeah.
you know, but we got to talk. Why am I always the guy that's out to kill you or ruin you?
I don't know. I guess you just portray that role. You just come on. That's the way. That's the way
Folks,
you
the first
portray.
movie that we were in together, he was Sam Kinison. I'm the guy that killed him.
Right, we did a short film on from preacher to prophet, a Sam Kinison story. You can catch that on YouTube, and
Yeah,
yeah, you played the guy who killed Sam. Then we did the full length movie, The World Needs a New Superhero, and you played one of the main villains. And I don't know, were
billions.
you surprised how much work you had to put into it, or was it easy, or was it tough, or what did you think of it?
It was about everything that I expected, maybe a little more.
Okay, so I
But
mean, we knew each other from work. We got along. We were friends, so it was probably easier to work with me than it was somebody who bullied you around like at school, right? So
right.
that probably made it more comfortable for you,
Yeah,
right?
but I loved the opportunity. I loved doing it.
So how long did it
I
take you
loved.
to learn your lines and study the script? I mean, how often did you do that a week? Say.
Oh, about once, maybe twice a day.
Oh, I
You
think
know,
I say a week, once, twice a
couldn't
day. So
give
you were
you.
really on it.
Well, I knew I wasn't going to memorize everything, so I just
Right.
kind of, I just kind of digested the main digested the gist of it,
Yeah.
and then kind of, and I really got to thank you for letting me do this too, for kind of like going by the script, but also giving me the leeway to kind of
Yeah. Be who you are, right?
maybe add on to it, or
Yeah.
yeah, to be who I was. Yeah.
Well, I heard an interview of Martin Scorsese. Okay, now this is one of the greatest actors of all time. I've seen an interview with him on YouTube, and he said he'll tell actors, "Do it 3 times your way, do it 3 times my way, then do it 1 time your way." And he's like, every now and then, their way is better than mine, and that's one of the best directors of all time telling you that. I mean, if you want to get
Yeah,
the
I think
best out of
I'd agree with.
yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Well, you were in a scene with Shannon Sylvia from Ghost Hunters where she gave you a little bottle there that turned you into government man, but and she was nervous about it too. And I told her, I'm like, Shannon, it's your character. You read it the way you think it should be read. And
Yeah,
do you like working with Shannon? Yeah.
I did. I really
Yeah.
did.
She's a veteran
I
actor from
like.
Ghost
I mean, I
Hunters.
like working with everybody.
Yeah, we got a good crew. That's it's a positive thing. Everybody supports each other. I think that, which is different than comedy.
But
I do stand up comedy. It's like a really cutthroat business where everybody's out to get each other. And acting is so much
yeah,
different.
yeah,
Everybody supports each other. They really, they're happy for you. So that's a
which
good thing.
was kind of a drag. I mean, shouldn't be out to get everybody. We should all be working together.
Oh yeah, especially if you're gonna do something together, why wouldn't you want to do have a fun time? Why would you want to make it a miserable thing? But some people are just like that in
Right,
life, I guess
right.
even in
I mean, you
regular
don't
life,
have
you got
to.
to steer around it.
It's like you don't have to be best friends or go out to dinner or
Right.
go to you know things like that. But just
At least be professional, right?
yeah, you know,
Show up, be professional about it. All right, so
it's the art. That's the thing. It's the art.
right, so when we finally got done filming the thing, I know it's a long wait. It goes to editing, and that takes forever and ever. What was it like the wait for you? I mean, I know you're excited to see it, but what'd you think of what you had done?
I thought. Well, I felt like I did pretty good, but at the same time, I was also like, you're your own worst critic.
Right, right,
You
yeah.
know, no matter how bad anybody criticizes what you do, be it constructive or otherwise, you always find that you are your own worst critic. And I was like that. I was like certain things like, could have done it better, could have,
You're being too
you
tough
know,
on yourself, right?
and looking back on it, I can see some things that, should have done this, should have done that. But
Well, hindsight's 2020, but you do your
yep,
best you can in
it
the
sure
moment.
is.
All right, so then, well, we finally got it edited, and we had a big premiere at the movie theater. And what were your
That was a
thoughts?
blast.
What's that? That was
That
what?
was a blast.
Yeah, that was a fun night. We had a good, considering it was during COVID, and I mean, we would have had an even bigger. A lot of people didn't want to come out because of COVID. I mean, we had a pretty good
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
The interviews went well. The red carpet
Yeah, that
interviews. I
was
mean,
that was uh that was right at the beginning of COVID, right?
yeah, it was a little
I
bit
can't
after.
remember if it,
Everybody's questionable. Yeah.
yeah.
So you finally watched it on the big screen. What were your thoughts when you finally seen it?
Who is that guy?
Was
That's
it
what I
more
was
or
saying.
less, or about what you expected?
I think it was more or less what I expected.
Well, that's what you
I
expected.
think hey, that's on Tubi, by the way. I don't know if you know that or not.
That is on
The world
Tubi. It
needs new
streams, which
superheroes on Tubi.
yeah, it's
It
free with
is.
commercials on Tubi, which is cool. I mean, Fox Television owns Tubi. That's their streaming service. So we all got a Fox
Yeah,
credit
yeah.
card name. But yeah, if you go to Tubi.com, you can
I'm
watch The World
surprised
Needs a
it's
New
not on.
Superhero
I'm surprised it's not on Hulu.
free with
Ain't Hulu?
commercials. And yeah, I pitched it to a bunch of people, and Tubi, they really got behind it. I mean, I tried Amazon Prime first, they didn't like it, and Tubi was thrilled to get it on there. So you never know who's gonna. I
Uh,
guess it all depends who watches it. You get the right person, right time, and
I
it was
think so.
on.
Yeah.
So all right. So after the movie was over, I mean, we decided. Well, I was gonna make a part two. The world needs a new superhero part two. So, what were
Yeah,
your
man.
thoughts when
Yeah.
I
How's that
reacted?
going anyway?
What's that?
Yeah. How's that going?
We got about 2 scenes left to film. Then once we get the 2 scenes all filmed, then it goes to editing, which that's going to take months. But I mean, I'm hoping for a
Yeah.
mid 2024 mid year release. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I just had a friend of a friend. He was supposed to show up last weekend to shoot the scene. He didn't show up. We're there, cameras, directors, actors, ready to go, and one kid don't show up and ruined it for all of us. But that's part of the business, you know. So you never know who you can trust. So I got another person. I got to interview them, and we'll get it done. I can't give a time frame, but we'll get it done. But when I asked you to reprise the role as government man, what were your thoughts?
I thought to myself, well, I must have done a good job last time, so I
That's
guess
right.
I'm coming back.
I guess so. Well, you're
I
one of the
feel like
stars
I
of the
feel like
first movie.
I feel like David Della Rocca from the Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to come back for the sequel, albeit in a dream sequence.
Right, right. Well, I'm looking forward to
So,
what Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop. They got a new one coming out, and I'm a huge fan of the Beverly Hills Cop series. And
oh
you
yes,
know,
yes.
Surge is coming back, and they got everybody coming back. So I
Loved
think
the first one. Second one was okay. I don't know that I've ever seen the third one in its
third one
entirety.
wasn't as good. They tried to make him an action star instead of a comedian. I thought, and it didn't.
Well,
And they didn't bring
and they
back.
watered it down too.
Yeah, the main
They
characters
watered
weren't
it
there that
down.
you love, so it was kind of. That's why I'm hoping they learn from their mistakes, and I'm hoping the fourth one's going to be what the third one should have been. You know,
You know, Martin Brest directed the first one.
I did not know that, but
Yeah, Martin Brest. His last movie that he did was Geely.
right time, right place. I
That one
guess
with
he hit it. The first one was
that
huge.
one with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. That just.
Okay. Flop. All right,
And as
so
far as I know, he hasn't. As far as I know, he hasn't made a movie since then,
yeah, you
and
make
that's
a
been
bad
what
movie in
20
this business,
years.
it'll catch up with you.
Oh,
One bad movie, they won't call you back. I mean, you get one shot, you better be ready for it. But
yeah, dude.
the first one, the first one we did that was on Tubi. It was directed by Adam Griswold, which I'm a big fan of Adam's work. He's won film festivals throughout New England. He's won film festivals in L.A. His movies are shown in Boston Comic Con. I mean, I'm a big fan of this kid. But what was it like working with Adam? Do you think he was easy to work with, or what kind of director
I
do you
think
think
it
he
was
was?
very easy to work with. I
Yeah.
think, but honestly, I considered the projects to be all you.
Yeah, I mean, I write them, I produce them, and I put up the money. That's the big thing. Everybody's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, do you know how much money? It's like, I put up
Right,
all the
right,
money to make this stuff, and it ain't cheap. I'll tell you, everything. It's
right.
not. I mean, yeah, I do get little royalty checks back, but it's like compared to what I put in the movie, I'll be 250 before I have a break even. So it's like I more do it for the love of it. It's not that I'm getting rich or anything.
Well, you might live. You might live to see 250.
You never know. Maybe cyborgs are coming around. They can make me into a cyborg or something.
Could be like Ted Williams, have your head in the freezer.
So I mean, other than your character, who was your favorite character in the movie besides your character?
You,
Me? Okay. Well, thank you. All right. I got a condom boy. He got a lot
absolutely
of.
you.
Yeah, he got a lot of. I thought that was a creative idea. A sidekick named Condom Boy.
Yeah,
People really like that one. Yeah. So now the second one, I got a new. The second one, I got a new sidekick. His name's Quick. So we'll see how that one goes. But
Condom Boy broke.
yeah, something like that. But all right. So I assume you said the first one was fun. If I do another premiere at the movie for the second one, I assume you're gonna come out and be part of it, right?
Absolutely,
So I mean,
absolutely.
well, take us back now. What was it like doing the corn maze thing? I mean, is that the first time you got into acting? Was the corn maze thing, or
That was the first time. Yeah.
so? What was that like for
Basically,
you?
it was um very liberating.
Yeah,
Very liberating because it's like you put on that's the thing that I love about Halloween is that you can put on a costume, you put on the makeup, costumes, outfits, whatever, and you're not you anymore.
right. You turn
You're
into the
somebody
character.
else. You get to
Right.
be somebody else.
Yeah,
And that's like for one day, for a few, not even one day, for a few hours.
right,
To be able to do that for a living, that's pretty cool.
right, right, right.
The fact that you can, for 4 5 hours a day, you can be somebody else.
Right.
And that's very,
Called getting
that's
into
something that
character.
sounds
You don't
very
break that
appealing.
character. Right,
You do not break character. I did sometimes though.
right.
Not often, but sometimes.
Now, did you did
Because
you
sometimes
Did you have to make yourself up to do that, or did they make you up when you got there? How did that work?
They made me up when I did.
Oh,
Well,
when
we
you
had
got
to
there,
put on the white base. My first year there, we had to put on the white base.
Okay.
My second year there, they got smart and started airbrushing it on. And
Ah.
then you go into the makeup trailer, and then they do up your makeup.
Oh, okay. So how does it differ from, say, doing an acting job like that and acting in front of a camera in a movie? What's the big difference, you'd say?
Well, one's scripted and one's not.
Right.
Um, there's nobody. Your only cue of when to start in the haunted houses is just you hear people coming, get into
Get ready.
character.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Um, well, I guess they know what they're there for. I mean, you ever you get mad at you, scared them too bad, or anything like that, or
some people did.
some people got mad.
I've,
Really, I mean, you go there expecting it. How can you really be mad about it? I mean,
oh, the word there was once. This was my last year doing it. I was at the Factory of Terror in Worcester,
okay,
and my first night there, I was a zombie, and they had me in this kind of urban setting, like city overrun by zombies. It's the apocalypse.
right,
Everybody's 28 days later. The whole thing. Best zombie movie ever, by the way. And they had a phone booth, and I got the idea. One of the things they did, they put dummy zombies like in various places
okay,
to give you to give you that to give you that illusion of
all right. The
dead
feel and the
people,
reference, yeah,
zombies. Well, they also had a phone booth, and that's a great place to hide, by the way. It's also a great place to pretend you're a dummy.
yeah.
So people would walk by, and I'd be all like, all
Make them think
zombie,
you're a
dummy,
dummy, right?
dead. Everybody, because you want people to think that you're a dummy.
Right.
Yeah, you make an inanimate object of yourself. That's what you want. And people would go by, they look in, is that a dummy? And is that a dummy? And the next thing you know, wah.
They ever give you any foul language, like calling you an asshole or anything like that? Or
Oh my God, yes,
how did
yes,
that? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. So,
And you always get these people that come in
well, I guess
that
that means
one.
you did your job. If they're calling you an asshole, you did your job. You scared them, right?
No, I've done my job when they fall on their
So
ass.
that's kind of a
That I've
compliment,
done.
actually, right? Yeah. If they do something like that, that's a compliment to you.
I mean, knock wood, thank God I never had anybody swing at me.
Yeah.
I have had people, you've always got those people that come in, oh, this ain't real, this ain't real. You're an actor, you're not scary, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Which you've got to shake off.
You get those in
You
every
have no
every aspect of
choice.
life.
Yeah.
You're gonna get those people, right?
And you have to shake that off. You have no
I saw that in an
choice.
Elvis thing. Like the people who hated Elvis, they're like, you hate Elvis. There's going to be those people. There's a stadium full of people waiting to see him, and the two guys out there complaining, oh, whatever. You don't pay attention to them, man.
Yeah, it's like you got a suspension of disbelief.
All right, so you're in the acting world now. You did what, from Preacher to Prophet, a Sam Kinison story. You did The World Needs Its New Superhero 1 and 2. You were in a commercial for G Vegas Buffalo Sauce, our sponsor that I did.
Maui
But
Wowie.
now, me as an actor, like if I ever hit the big time and someone came to see me and said, you could do anything you want in acting, which I already did, mine would have been to play Sam Kinison. But if someone came to you, Chris, and said you could do anything you want in acting, what would be your dream role?
Oh Lord. I think I might like being a Bond villain.
A Bond villain? Yeah, if you want
I
a bunch
think
of
I
girls
might like
Bond
that.
villains, that's
I would love hell, I would love to be Anton Chigurh from No
yeah. I mean,
Country. I would
it was
love
those.
that.
The villains were almost as popular as the main character. Yeah, it was.
I know.
Even have
And
you seen the John Wick series?
no, no.
John Wick series, yeah, they got like each one is kind of like they
God,
got
I'm
a
so
different
behind the eight
villain, and
ball,
it's
aren't I?
like some of the villains in those are pretty cool, especially the last one. I really like. They have some really cool villains in them. And
Yeah. No, I gotta be honest. I haven't seen any of the John Wicks.
no, yeah,
I'm
I
I'm
binge watch them. Boom, I watch them all in one night. But
yeah,
they're
I'm
good. I
behind
got
the
to be. It was
cultural eight
almost the
ball.
same movie, but what's that?
I'm behind the cultural eight ball.
I see. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, favorite. Oh, wow. Fight Club.
Fight Club? Okay. I have not
Fight
seen that.
Club. Within, it's Brad Pitt. It's Edward Norton. It was directed by David Fincher. He's the guy that did Seven.
Okay.
Um, the movie is based on the novel by Chuck Palahniuk,
Okay.
who is one of my favorite authors of all time. Dennis, within 5 minutes of Fight Club, it became my favorite movie of all time.
You're just hooked, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and not just because of the violence,
Yeah.
which there's a lot of that. The
Okay.
violence. No, what got me was just like
Yeah.
the philosophy of the philosophy of Tyler Durden, which is we're not, you're not your job, you're not your wallet, you're not your car,
Yeah.
you know, nothing special about you.
Sometimes you like that.
You're
You'll watch a movie and it's like the main character ain't even why you love the movie. Sometimes like a side character you think makes the whole movie, which
yeah.
I thought you ever seen A Few Good Men?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, for all the actors in there, I mean, yeah, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, Tom Cruise. But I thought Kevin Pollak, he was like Tom Cruise's best friend. I thought he
Yeah.
stole the movie. I loved his character in that more than anybody else's. It was like just the sarcastic
Oh, he did
sidekick.
he did, he did a fantastic job.
He made the movie for me. I'm trying to think. What was the name? It was a Christmas movie. You told me to watch it. I watched it. I asked, what was one of your favorite old movies?
I
I think.
told you to watch it.
Yeah, the one where the kid was sledding, and in the end they tried to figure out what the sled's name was. The whole movie. I can't think of the movie now.
Oh, that's Citizen Kane, man.
Was it
I think.
Citizen Kane?
Well, we found out the name of the slip. No, maybe it wasn't that. I can't remember.
Yeah, you told me to
The
watch
name
the
of
movie. I watched it. It was a good movie. Yeah, it was. Tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. Oh, anyway.
I can't think
So
of it either.
yeah, right. So I mean, what's in the future for Chris as far as acting goes? What do you hope to do?
Um,
What do you
well, I'm not sure.
not sure?
I mean, I'm dealing with health issues right now.
All right, that'll slow you down for
So,
sure. Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
So Jack
Especially,
Nicholson, they say he just wanders around his house now. He's like he's not even capable of acting anymore. He can't remember his lines. And yeah, health is a big part of it as you get older. That's for sure.
yeah, I want to get my health in check,
All right.
and then I don't know. I mean,
Take it day by day, right?
day by day, every day.
Have you ever thought about doing like your own short film, your own idea or something like that? Or are you
I've
content
thought
just
about,
taking on
I've
roles?
thought about it.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but
It's a lot of work. Yeah,
maybe
you want to take on that much
maybe
work, right?
someday,
Yeah, it's
maybe
a lot
someday if
of.
the right opportunity comes around, then yeah,
Yes. I got my assistant director, Lisa, and she keeps saying she wants to do a movie about Sasquatch, and I play Sasquatch. And I'm like, well, you got to write a script. You got to buy the costumes. You got to get actors. It's not easy. Everybody thinks
yeah,
you just show up. It's easy. When you got putting it together, it's not as easy. But hey, if you're feeling good and we make a world needs to do superhero part 3, you gonna be in it or what?
absolutely.
If you're healthy, you'll be there. That's what I like to hear, Chris. All right.
I'll be there. I'll be there if I'm not healthy.
All right. So as we wind it down
Just
here,
wheel my
what's
cor- just wheel my corpse in, put the outfit on me, and let's go.
there we go. What's at all the acting you've done so far, the movies, what's your favorite memory of all of them, all the scenes you did or whatever? What's your favorite scene?
Um, Not a scene per se, but there was the time when we were doing Profit to Profit. Um, After we did the scene where I, jump out of the truck, you messed up my truck,
Yeah, yeah.
and we did that scene, and one of my fellow actors like, man,
Great.
I really
Yeah.
felt that.
What's
He's like,
that?
yeah, I really felt. He's like, I don't remember who it was.
Oh, he gave you a compliment, like about
Yeah,
yeah, he
he's like, man, I really felt that.
felt you were coming
And
too. Yeah.
that was that's the
Justification,
money
right?
shot right there.
Yeah, the ultimate when your peers compliment you, that's the ultimate compliment right there, right?
Right.
Huh.
When they tell you, hey man, that was, I really felt that.
Right. Because it's cool when the fans compliment you, that's one thing. But when your fellow peers who know how much work it takes when they compliment you, that's like the next tier, from approval from your
especially
peers.
considering how little experience that I had.
Right, yeah.
I
Well,
just
you're passionate. That's it. Your passion will take you much further than experience will take you any day of the week. So
you get what you put in,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you
A lot of people
you
ask
have
me
to
that.
be
How come you did so well in comedy? It's like I outworked everybody. It's not that I was more
right,
talented,
right,
but I outworked them. I mean, yeah,
right.
you put in the effort, you're gonna get noticed, And I'll give you,
Absolutely.
you showed up. You pretty much, you knew your lines, within reason. Everybody forgets them now and then, but I can't stand the people who show up and don't know one line. It's like, well, you can tell you weren't studying. Yeah, but hey, if you get something else, call me again. It's like, no, I'm not gonna call you
No,
again.
you're
Yeah, you're not gonna
gonna
get
you're
noticed,
not gonna put in the work. I'm not gonna bother calling
Yeah,
you.
right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get noticed
I
about
mean,
it.
and it's so easy too. I mean, it's not easy, but it is easy.
If you put in the, if
Read
you're
the
willing to put in the
script.
time, it's
Yeah.
easy, right? That's the thing. You gotta be willing to put in the time. Yeah.
Read the
Everybody wants
script.
the reward, but they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read the script. Run it through your mind. Think about what you would do, and then do it.
Yeah, right,
It's
right. So, who are some of your favorite actors to work with that you worked with in some of them? You
um
probably don't remember the names, right?
I don't. I
Right,
feel
right,
so
right. Yeah.
terrible too.
Well, I don't think you worked with her, but in the first one, Randy, the one who played my ex, she really got a lot of compliments. Everybody said she really knocked it out of the park. But it was a top to
Yeah,
bottom for a low budget film. I thought we really did a good job. I'm hoping the second one lives up to its name. All right.
I think
Well,
it will.
I thank you for everything, Chris. I wish you luck in the future, and I hope to work with you again. And if not, I'll see you at the movie premiere. Sound good?
It sounds great, Dennis. Thank you
All
for
right.
everything.
Thank you for being on Funny Like
I
Clown
wouldn't be
Podcast. We'll
here if it
talk.
wasn't for you.
All right. You do a good job. I'll keep remembering you. Be good, buddy.
Be good.
Bye bye.
Right.